Hi, Josh Robinson with the Frederic School District, here sharing a little bit more information about our referendum. The vote is on April 3rd, and we hope everybody gets out and participates in that vote. Today we're going to start with the slide that we ended in the last video, and that is what's happening. And so what we want to take a look at today is number 1, number 2, and number 3 on this slide in a little bit more detail. So number 1 are more safe and secure entries. Number 1 down here at the 612 building, and then number 1 up here at the elementary building. You'll remember that this is an addition, and this is a reconfiguration of what we currently have. Learning space updates, again, that is the yellow classroom spaces that we see scattered throughout both of the buildings. And then our maintenance building is right here, number 3. And so this would be a smaller facility located at the elementary site, but then also roughly the same size facility that would be located at the 612 building as well, probably back in this area. And so if we jump into those, our slides are going to be set up where we have a kind of a current reality, and then we also have kind of some inspirational projects that have been done to various schools around the state. So as you can see, this is what we currently have at the elementary school. We have that office that's located in the middle of the building, and we want to move that new office to down where the main entrance is, and then reconfigure that entrance as well. And then at the 612 building, we want to fix the problem of not having a direct line of sight to our entryway and to the parking lot, and so that's why we're reconfiguring that space. In both new spaces, what we'd be looking to do, as can be outlined in these photographs, is we want to create a flow of traffic that comes through the office. So once the school day begins, anybody that visits the school is going to have to come through the office and be granted permission to then access the rest of the building. So this is the way that most new facilities are built these days. No facilities are really built off of this scheme. They're all built off of this scheme now. So we want to modernize for our facilities this way and make them more safe and more secure for our students. Moving on to the next slide, we have our learning space updates. And so we have classroom space that's in the 1967 wing, and then we have our tech ed space, or our welding area at the 612 building. And then we have a classroom at the 612 building that you can see is very outdated with the student seating and furniture, and then also just generally with the wall space and the carpeting as well. So what we'd be looking to do is to move from what we currently have to something more like we see over here. And this classroom right here was an updated classroom from something similar to this one in the Ashland School District. So this is their middle school, and as you can see, they've updated this room with carpet tiles that are on the floor that can easily be removed and replaced if any damage is done to those, or cleaned. And then they also have furniture that actually raises up and down. So what we're trying to create is a mobile learning environment that's very dynamic. And so it's getting away from this where a teacher stands at the front of the classroom and lectures to the students while they sit in the desks, to having our students be more of our teachers be more of a guide in a classroom. And the greater mobility with furniture allows for different learning spaces to occur, either in groupings or individualized learning spaces, or students that are on the floor, students that are seated at a table, or students that are standing at a table. And with great classroom management, our teachers will be able to allow all of these different things to happen in a single classroom at the same time. And that's something that we're really looking forward to, is being able to grow as teachers and allow greater opportunities with our students in their learning and in their development by modernizing these spaces. As you can also see, our tech ed area at the 612 building is due for an upgrade as well. We'd be looking at replacing all of our, or not all of it, but much of our equipment there that's outdated. And then also taking a look at some safety issues that we have in place right now. We need to create a space where our teacher has a direct line of sight to the shop areas where students are working, and that doesn't currently exist. Moving on to the maintenance building. So this is our existing maintenance building or maintenance shed, which we would look at completely replacing with a smaller facility, probably something closer to this, which could still hold a bus, but then also hold all of our maintenance equipment and many of our vehicles. But not all of our vehicles, because we want to become more efficient, so we would look at putting a similar building at the 612 school as well. So we'd be demolishing one larger building that was built in 1972 and building two smaller facilities, one located at each school. So this is as far as we want to get today in this video. The next video is going to talk about our fitness facility project and then our outdoor athletic complex as well. So stay tuned for that. We hope to have that one posted in the next day or two. Thank you for joining us today, and get out and vote on April 3rd.